far. Both Brandons playing today. This is Joe Johnson all the way, knifing through the defense. Markel Patterson. Johnson head fake against Hamilton, shot it flat, but went in. Again. Johnson took about 4 steps, but slams it home, and it's timeout. Never
35 seconds off the game clock.
Johnson for 3. Answering twos, pressure to Arkansas. Johnson posted. All with the right-handed float for him, pardon me, a 5-point game. Johnson against Jackson. Throw it up, it goes, he's fouled. Johnson against Jackson has finished off the Bulldogs in Starkville.
Here's Johnson. Crossover dribble, down the step, beautiful play.
It's hard with Christian. He did not qualify, didn't get his test score. And so he wasn't even allowed to practice with the team. And that is his best team. Just talked about Doc Robinson and how Auburn would really like him to pick up his offensive game, and he did that time hitting the 3.
Meanwhile, Joe Johnson
would move the ball like that against a trapping defense. A lot of contact, but Auburn hung in there.
Meanwhile, Joe Johnson electrifying the crowd here. At the ball recovered by Johnson. Here come the Hogs. Future of Arkansas basketball right there.
The key to this play is to get it out of the traffic quickly, and Johnson does that. Gus, that's not a throw, it's a lucky shot, but Johnson gets real good form on this. You see that wrist snap over? That's the way you shoot the ball. You just don't shoot it from half court very often.
The pride of Little Rock with 16 in the first half. That's the end. 7-footer. Johnson leans in. This young fella did. Dean saves it from going out of bounds. Now Johnson across the lane. Big hop.
That's what Johnson can do. Find the crease. Spread the floor. Jones has his pocket pick. A pilfer for J.J. Jones. Johnson. Close to Mike Anderson, who's also a relative of his. Joe Johnson with a leaner.
With this very quick team. Desmond Allison, who has been invisible in some games this year, gets one, but Joe Johnson comes right back. Don't think. Wildcats 1 out of 6 from the floor to open the game. Johnson, look out. Look out. J.J. with a payday. And against the smaller Hogs.
Well, that's the advantage. Kentucky trying to play to their strength.
There's J.J. again. Joe Johnson. Rince. McClure. Another steal. Sergario gives it to Johnson.
So smooth.
Oh, he can't believe it. Here in the second half. Johnson, with a reversal. Is he sweet? John Brady got his first SEC tournament win today, and there's Johnson. Shot clock winding down. That's the man you want to have it. Joe Johnson.
So smooth. Unbelievable that he's a freshman.
Certainly in depth. Shot clock at 5, and Joe Johnson connects the first deuce. Very hard to check him. I don't care how good you are defensively, and comes up dry this time. Johnson looking to push. Oh, look at that stutter step. Is he special? Is he special? Joe Johnson. Johnson with a shot clock winding down.
J.J. keeping his club close.
Johnson over Smith. Outstanding play. He's carrying the Hogs here in the range of 9 to 10 points and then take the air out a bit. And Johnson has proven that he can hit out of half-court sets. Oh, as long as it's in his hands, chances are good.
He is on fire this afternoon.
He's cool. One-on-one. Oh. All right. So Joe Johnson's in the book. Light it up. And has his eyes on the hoop. Drives around Njai and makes it look so easy.
A little magic off air.
Now the Auburn scoring with 13.
I think if Arkansas ran some plays to complement this one-on-one, well, so much for that philosophy.
Joe Johnson.
Just give it to JJ.
Johnson thinking three. Nope. Takes it inside. 15-footer. Off the glass.
Did he want that one? Oh.
Johnson wide open for three. Got it. Boy, he checks in. Here's Joe Johnson. Steps inside the arc. Boy, does he have a nice, smooth stroke.
Haven't quite recovered. Then the wrist, the nagging injuries.
That's what he did. That's what. Joe Johnson to Pargo. Johnson lines up at three. Got it. Joe Johnson. Call him the money man with a big first half. He satchel the rebound. Up ahead to Joe Johnson. Joe foul. Count the basket. A three-point opportunity, and the Razor to Lane. Back to Joe. High arching shot again is perfect. Johnson inside. Nice move. There's your preseason player of the year at work. Johnson. There's a three. Joe Johnson finally in the ledger. Joe Johnson. Nice roll. And if there was ever a time for Johnson to pick it up, it's right now. He leads the conference in that department. And here comes Joe Johnson. Here's Johnson. Jump stop, score. Pretty quick, blasting move in the lane.
Joe Johnson pulls up from the baseline. Pretty move by preseason All-American Joe Johnson, the sophomore from Little Rock. Jefferson Pilot Sports is prohibited. Arkansas missing its first free throw. It doesn't matter. They get the board, and Joe Johnson 5 with only 2 minutes gone by. Johnson pull up, and Arkansas is in front. Joe cool, Joe smooth, knocking out that jumper. 5 with only 2 minutes gone by. Johnson pull up, and Arkansas is in front. Joe cool, Joe smooth, knocking out that jumper. Most of the last 2 ball games. Johnson for three. Joe Johnson. Johnson is a 44% shooter from behind the arc. Has missed 10 of its last 13 shots. Johnson hit that big bucket for Arkansas.
Tatum, offensive rebound is easy. Johnson, a slash and a score.
Boy, he went right around Grant.
Has a look. He might be the man. Nope, he'll kick it outside. Johnson got it!
All night long, Joe Johnson has been in hibernation, and he nails one.
Joe Johnson hits a three. Not the guy you'd normally think is going to take that, but that is his 26th three-pointer of the year, and that's the guy that...
Now Joe Johnson, the runner to the basket.
He is so smooth, Gus.
Edens with the rebound. Joe Johnson, I think that ankle is okay.
Certainly looked like it was there.
Johnson straight away.
Negative.
Meade is a shooter, and he needs to make those open shots tonight for Alabama.
Oh, Johnson, a runner. Make no doubt. They're back in sync along with Joe Johnson. Johnson on the wing. Count it.
Out of the timeout, Arkansas low post to make himself available for that pass. He wants to score in the paint.
Oh, Joe Johnson.
A rainmaker over Wallace.
He's so effortless in his play.
He really
you
is.
get a feeling that he could do so much more, but he's so smooth on the court. And Georgia now motoring past Mississippi State. Joe Johnson.
Joe Johnson has done it all here tonight.
Right around Cleveland. Johnson got a piece of that. Ahead of the pack. This is Brandon Dean. Here to go.
Looking to move into the top 10 in Georgia's all-time scoring list.
Joe Johnson for Georgia. They're on a pace to have about 20 turnovers in this game. Johnson catches, turns, and connects. His way free. Good Bulldog defense here. Hanging Joe. Oh, it's great when you can go to one of the best. The number 1 seed. Some are saying now that Florida, here's Johnson again. Joe from 15 feet out. Go to one of the best. The number 1 seed. Some are saying now that Florida, here's Johnson again. Joe from 15 feet out. Job moving the basketball and getting it to their scores.
Johnson. That's the man that can make the biggest difference.
Closer in this ball game.
9 is as close as they've been in quite some time, and Joe Johnson makes it 7. Loose ball, Cleveland. Quicker to it. Joe Johnson nails it.
Quicker to it. Absolutely right.
Long rebound to Dean. Johnson with time to spot up.
Arkansas just quicker to the basketball, though.
Those retired free throws, Barry.
No doubt.
Johnson. He is feeling it now. JJ has 20.
Way through the double team. It looked like he relaxed or tried to when he broke that pressure.
Joe Johnson again. And the bell tolls.